I'm what they call talent identification and development coach, and plus I'm also a mentor. So I'm working with basically academy players uh, or players that are getting into the academy system, and then I work with them. So first, identifying the potential more than the talent, and then try to develop this potential to and turn the players into international players, basically. So at the moment, I'm working with a London business that work with around 10 players from Italy, UK, and France. And yes, I mean, we are just like helping them reaching their full potential. So normally our players that are enrolled in eye development pathways already, and we manage to get extras or mentoring them and try to fill the gaps that normally every system has. So we are basically consultants for the players. And yeah, we have like 5 to 6 Italian international players under 21, and 2 France under 21 players, and a couple of English professional ones as well. So yeah, I mean, we are working at a new, let's say, way to do things. So because of rugby is really unique in its value systems, and those values are really reflecting into the performance of those players. We have this kind of, we call it ICE approach. That means that integrity comes first, and then the other 2 main components of a development pathways are they must be competent, and they have to the experience to reach the highest level possible. So integrity is the main thing overall, and then as a rugby players, they need to deal with rules and the other components that made this game a great game, a unique game, unique system more than a game. And then the experience part is simply the way they just like develop their competence through the years. So getting minutes and game time at the highest level possible. And the integrity part of this ICE model is really key, as we said, because of rugby is really unique, unique sports, and the value components are really crucial for everything. And this ICE, the integrity components is basically made of what we call the HARPS principle. So it's every player must be honest, accountable, responsive, positive, and self-organized. And in all this, obviously we rely a lot on video analysis because we have to build a very good human being before creating a very good rugby player. And so the video analysis is something that is objective. There's no, you cannot escape. If you made a mistake, you have to recognize it. And if you don't recognize it, I'm there to show you. And you have to adapt and change something to avoid to make it again. So we use the performance sport platform basically in two ways. So the first one is as a point of reference, uh, and we work with all. That's another good thing. We work with all the players together, so we share all the clips and all the videos, all the mistakes and the good things that one player made is there to be watched by the other players of the system. So it's really, really, you need to be careful. You need to be responsible. You need to be responsive because you need to get to that level of accountability that we want you to achieve. And so the first part is just like giving examples, positive examples to our and negative examples to our players. And the other one is just obviously is the recording of trainings, the 1v1 sessions, and the game analysis, proper game analysis, because the platform allows us to create like stats and playlist, and it's really, really easy to use. So every player basically in 2 days after the game has everything on his mobile phone. And then we organize like 1v1 now on Zoom, obviously because of COVID, but sometimes we just like meet together, so in person. But we organize this kind of 1v1 meetings to review the games or to prepare the next game. So having videos and footage and clips where they just like recognize themselves is really crucial for that growth. It's both. I mean, the fact that we have like every video available for everyone we noticed it makes people think about what they could do better watching other players. In the platform, you can add comments on every clip, so players just like exchange experience, and it's good also as a social thing, because like there are lots of banters and jokes happening on one mistakes or another, but it's crucial because that positive environment makes them much more aware of what they don't have to do to prevent jokes coming their way. So yeah, I mean, mainly is obviously a self-reflective exercise. So people tend to look more carefully on their clips, but we can track, obviously, with the system we can track the activity, the play activity around the clock. So we know that players just tend to watch all the clips available. So it's really good. I mean, it's really good for them. It's good for the community of this project, because mainly it's building a sort of team in the team spirit. And yeah, so far so good. Well, so the main thing is you are happy to create positive human beings and well-educated and respectful human beings. And I think this is a really, really, it's a phrase that you can read every time and everywhere in rugby, but it's really that. I mean, so the first main thing is that you watch them grow as a very, very good human being. And then 100% of the time, when you get to that goal, you automatically have transformed a good player in international star. So we are working now with one of the best hooker in the URC championship, and he was a guy that was really not sure about his potential. He was a hooker. He had a huge problem with his throwing consistency. So and he could not resolve it in his club. So we focus on that problem. We work on a 4-week cycle at the end of last season to resolve this problem. It was really coachable on that sense. So he recognized this. He was struggling on that, and he recognized that the struggling on the throw was influencing the rest of his performance. So we work through videos and obviously live coaching sessions, and he passed, I think, in 3 or 4 months from a 74% of good throw to 89, 90. So now is really a confident guy. You can see it everywhere, but he's humble. He stays really relaxed in his life. He's respectful. He obviously he's 21 years old, so he's eager to learn and to get better and better and better. But even if he signed a good contract, so that's another thing that may derail his growth. And instead is just like focused on the game 100% and stays the way he was. So that's the main thing for me. I mean, is you build a player that is a good player, that knows that he can be an international star, but stays humble and really relaxed, respectful, and coachable. That's the main thing.